Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be talking about AT&T's Q2 earnings report. Now, it did come out today after hours. You can see that their stock did go down 0.03%, which we're going to cover here. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the highlights that happened today during the call. Their stock performance as far as during the market hours, after hour market hours, and let's go ahead and get into that. So I did write up an article. This I kind of have to proofread it a little bit more, but for the time being, I think it's great. Good, something to kind of cover through. So there's a lot of information that was put out today. So some of the highlights were the AT&T price dropped during market trading hours at negative 0.03%. It did pick up in the after hours to a whopping 2.73% gain during the earnings report. So this is great for a large company, and it's mainly due to their earnings per share and their revenue for their estimates to their actual numbers. So AT&T says it did lose 351,000 traditional video customers during the second quarter, but it did gain 152,000 DirecTV Now customers, so this offset the loss to instead 199,000 customers lost during this quarter. This we're going to be talking about here in just a second. AT&T does have an $85 billion bid right now to acquire Time Warner, and if it all goes smoothly, it is set to close by the end of 2017. We're going to be talking about this one here too. And AT&T said Tuesday that it added 127,000 new wireless customers during their quarter compared to last year's Q2 at 257,000. So they are slightly down 100,000, so that may affect their revenue, or it did. So their earnings per share and revenue information. Their earnings per share actually beat estimates. So they had a 0.79 cents earning per share versus their estimated 0.73 cents. That is great. Revenue, they beat estimates at 39.84 billion versus 39.79 billion. And their wireless net, they returned 2.8 million versus 1.08 million. Now, talking history, their earnings per share was up this year from last year's amount of 0.72 cents. So last year we fell below this quarter's estimates, but compared to last year's amount, we actually gained quite a bit. The revenue is still down for the year from compared to last year's this quarter, at down by 2% and at 40.5 billion. So revenue was 39.84 billion this quarter, but compared to last year's it was 40.5, and I think this is mainly due to a lot of the competition from T-Mobile and Sprint. Last year there was a giant craze for Pokemon Go, and a lot of the companies such as T-Mobile, T-Mobile, Sprint didn't offer a lot of the unlimited plans. And as Pokemon craze is going on, I remember T-Mobile offered unlimited data for Pokemon Go players, and I know a lot of my friends, they dropped what they were using with Verizon or AT&T, and they jumped over to T-Mobile, and Sprint started offering unlimited plans, and a lot of the customers jumped over there. Now it's down for the quarter compared to last quarter by 100,000 new wireless customers, but I think it'll pick up in the next year to come, because a lot of the customers, a lot of the users that I know that have switched over to T-Mobile or Sprint, their service is terrible. They can never get a signal depending on where they're at. Here where I'm at anyways, I know they lose connection as soon as they walk in the building, so I think that number will change in the future. So let's see, as far as them losing customers, traditional customers, I don't think that's terrible. They did make it up. They brought in 152,000 DirecTV Now, and I think the future perspective on that looks really promising, because they're able to bundle TV everywhere on smartphones, and that's a huge difference. AT&T has said that their goal is to hit the ground running as they were discussing the Time Warner merge. So this means that they do already have plans in the works as soon as the deal closes. This could be an app that's already developed and offers maybe Time Warner applications or some sort of media through it, because Time Warner is a giant multinational mass media entertainment conglomerate, and it's basically the third largest entertainment company in terms of revenue. So once the merge goes through, it's just going to be two powerhouses going at it. let's see here. The main holdup with the AT&T and the Time Warner merge is that they're still awaiting approval from the U.S. government to merge with Time Warner. I don't know what sort of plans that they have in the works, but if they already have something, if they're already offering DirecTV Now on the smartphones, which allows them to basically view anything that you want on their phone, imagine what else they can do with a merge with a company like Time Warner. So I hope you enjoyed the article. Hopefully it wasn't too boring and you did pick up some new information. If there's anything I did miss, please leave it in the comments below. I own AT&T stock. I own 98 shares, 93 shares myself. I'm going to continue to build up my equity over time with the dividend payback and just continue growth and add to my portfolio. So if you do have any information that I may have missed, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I want to thank everyone for watching up until this point, and if you liked the video, hit the like button. Please remember to subscribe for future financial videos. If you haven't checked out my website, check it out. It's got awesome resources that I took a lot of time adding on here, mainly the money tracking, investing, chart information, dividend information, a free stock screener, and free stock ratings. So if you have any questions on any of that and how to use it, go ahead and leave that a comment. Leave a comment on that, and I will reply. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.